Sevgili basketbol severler, bu son maçı için sizleri ayağa kalkmaya davet ediyorum. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for national anthems. First, the national anthem of People's Republic of China. Çin Halk Cumhuriyeti Ulusal Marşı. Slovenia Ulusal Marşı.
Ninth place is on the line here in the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup from Istanbul, Turkey, as Slovenia and China are set to do battle. Hi everybody, this is Aaron Sanders. Thank you for joining us on our final day of coverage here in the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. And you've seen a lot of action within the last week, and we hope you've been able to enjoy it as we wrap things up in the classification stages. Slovenia, they did not fare well in Group C play, losing all three of their group games, but they have been on a strong tear since going to the classification stages. They defeated Italy and the Ivory Coast for the right to play for ninth place. And this is their second appearance all time in U17 play. They placed 7th in the U17 Basketball World Cup in Spain 4 years ago, where they lost to France in the quarterfinals. China, they won their first game in the group play against Cameroon back on the 27th, but they've lost 3 straight since then. That includes losing to France in the round of 16, but they have defeated Venezuela and New Zealand to get here. And should they end up in 9th place with the victory, then it will be their best finish in U17 play in 10 years. There is Slovenia and the officials for today. A big welcome to those of you tuning in on the FIBA YouTube channel. Hope you're doing very well. There's your officials, Jan Vezel Davidson, Vinzislav Velikov, and Cecil Gungur from Madagascar, Bulgaria, and Turkey, respectively. And once again, let us know where you're tuning in from, and we'll give you a shout out during the game. Here's the starting 5 for China with Minghao Shi, Zhu Xiuxian, Chongji Zhong, Yisaoji Zhang, Boijin Zhao, rounding out the starting 5. And it is Yisaoji Shang that's averaging close to 15 points per game. He picked up 23 against Cameroon to start the competition. China averages 78 points per game. Slovenia's starting 5 coming up. And here they are. Alex Pejic Rupnik starting. So Pejic Rupnik averaging 8 points per game, along with Nate Slapnik, Matisse Razic on the start with Loon Yart and Nate Roznik. Slovenia averaging close to 75 points per game. And we're a minute and 20 seconds away from tip-off. Again, this is Aaron Sanders. Thank you for joining us. This is my last game in the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. And then next week, we will kick off our coverage of the Women's Basketball World Cup, the U17 Women's Basketball World Cup, which will emanate from Czechia, and that gets underway on Saturday. But first, we deal with the last day of competition, and it's been a great one so far. The third place game so far is taking place. Turkey in there against Australia, and then the gold medal game, which Craig Fada and Justin Taylor will be on the call for in a few hours, will be Team USA against Serbia. Ninth place is on the line here in Turkey, and we're glad you're able to join us. And we checked the game predictor right now, and 63% of you said Slovenia will pull off the victory. And remember, you can participate as long as it's 5 minutes before tip-off, and you can predict the margin of victory to earn points, climb the leaderboard, and get a shot at winning an official FIBA U17 World Cup game ball and Nike gift cards. We're set to go. Ocean Zhao will jump with Rosnich. And the ninth place game starts with China controlling the tip. China has made every U17 Basketball World Cup except for the one in Spain back in 2022, in which Slovenia made their maiden voyage. 3, no good for Shi. But it's easily rebounded by Zhao, who goes to work, kisses it off the glass, and it rims out. Slovenia, 74.8 points per game while shooting just under 40. Here is Pejic Rupnik passing it down. Good ball movement, and it's slapped out of bounds by Sean. Slovenia deals with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Pejic Rupnik trying to feed it into Yart, who has 2 to shoot. He fires it and scores. Yart, an All-Star 5 member of the U16 Eurobasket a year ago, starts the scoring with a minute gone by here in the first. Here's a quick 3 from Shi off the mark. Foul right past the timeline. A lot of you have joined the FIBA YouTube membership program in the last week that we've been doing our broadcast, and you could be a member too. And if you do that, you can unlock exclusive content, get early access to highlights, acquire loyalty badges and emojis during our live streams, and there's more exciting perks coming your way. And you can pick from our rookie, starter, and MVP tier and be part of the growing community today. Slovenia up by 2 as we're underway in the 9th place game. Pejic Rupnik kicks it outside. 3 off the front. Menghao Shi already had an attempted shot. 44% shooter. Here's Yi Xiaoji Zheng. Plays it to Yushu Qian with the shot clock running late. The finger roll is down and in. And Menghao Shi's on the scoreboard. He picked up 18 points against Lithuania in the final group play game in Group B, and averages 9 points a game. Here's a handoff to Pejic Rupnik. Rupnik swings it to Yart. No. High ball game as Xiong plays it to Chin. Chin flings one. He's fouled and will shoot 3. Big welcome to Coco and Ollie tuning in from Kingsville, Canada. Always glad that they're tuning in. First one easy for Chen, a 54% foul shooter. Averages close to 6 assists per game, which is good for 6th in the tournament. 18 points against Venezuela in the first classification game back on Friday. China's best finish in the U17s has been 7th place, and they accomplished that in the first U17 Basketball World Cup in 2010, 2012, and 2014. But since then, they have placed no better than 10th. They're looking to break that spell in a 10-year drought today. All 3 free throws are good for Jin. And here's Matisse Rezic. He sends it down low to the big man. Shot doesn't go well for him. It's out to Slapnich for 3. That's off the side. And a China foul will keep the ball here with 7:17 to go. Here's a pass underneath. Bread and butter. Which was easy for Loon Yart. Here's Shang for 3. No. And Yart gets the rebound. He didn't have to go that far to zero in on the ball. As he cuts underneath, a teardrop off the mark. Back comes Shang. He plays it to Chunji Zhang. The foul was committed by Rezic, his first. Slovenia and China with 2 fouls each to start the game. Chang getting away. Sprints to the lane and can't get it to go. And it was last touched by Slovenia, will stay with China. China will deal with 14 seconds with Minghao Ji to throw it in. Great sprinting from Yushu Chin, which leads off to Shi, knocking down the triple. So Mingxiao Shi picks up 5 points. The early goings of this one, and China's ahead 8-4. Overhead pass. Rosnich having trouble. Flings it back to Pejev Rupnik, who gets it back, fires and misfires. At the 6-minute mark here in the game. Chin asking for a screen, came up a little bit too late. Nice spin move from Shang as he gets it, and he will go to the line for the and one. Fantastic spin move coming from Yizhaoji Shang. He just let the momentum lead him to the lane. And Jakub Shiftar, the top scorer for Slovenia, checks in. Meantime, China looking to expand their lead to 7. The and one opportunity coming up for Shang. An 87% free throw shooter, and there's no doubt about it. You're tuned in to the 9th place game in the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup on the FIBA YouTube channel. Aaron Sanders joining you all around the world. Hope you're enjoying your day, your evening, and hope you enjoyed this entire tournament in the last week. It's hard to believe it was a week ago where things started here in Turkey Saw the double overtime thriller that Turkey played in, and they prevailed over New Zealand. And then we had some outstanding players that have stood out. What about Natan Stallman's double-double earlier today against Canada? Here's a quick three as the shot clock continues to wane, and the rebound's pulled down. She got contact, nothing's called, and Shang puts it up and draws contact. So Slovenia are now out of fouls to give, and we played 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Yu Xiaoji Sheng back at the foul line after capitalizing on an and one opportunity in the last trip for China, but he misses the first free throw. China shoots below 75% at the line. Slovenia 64.6. And the second is good. China, fast start for them as they're ahead 12-4. Pass to Yart, who plays it to Rusnich. He had 2 games where he had 15 points along with a double-double in last year's U16 Eurobasket, and the 3 splashes through for Matisse Razic. He picks up 12 points a game, and he adds more to his resume this year in Turkey. Screen set up by Xiao, who gets it back and fires away, too strong off the glass, and it will stay with China. And now Fei-Yon Liu has checked in for China. Liu tosses the ball in. Shin having trouble and gets it back from Shang. He looks up, there's 2 on the clock. He drives it down underneath, the pass and the shot off the mark. And it's Slovenia ball. They are behind by 5. And thanks to a Razic 3, it's back to a 2-possession game. Here's the floater alert underneath and good. Easy work for Jakub Shiftar, who scores 18 points per game, 9th best in the U17 Basketball World Cup. 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Slovenia back into this game, but they're behind 12-9. Here's the pull-up. Shang misses off the side. Here's Matisse Razic, without whom Slovenia would still keep this game within reach. And here's the entry pass, and it's taken away. Numbers for China. And it's Fei-Yon Liu, who goes all the way, 94-50 as we call it. And look at him. Speed, determination, and he challenges the rack. And with that, he is at the free throw line. Liu shoots 62.5% at the line. Picked up 20 points against New Zealand yesterday and the 92-79 victory. And the and one goes in and out, but it's pulled down by Zhao, who gives China a second chance. Zhao up top of the screen, PAR action. He is stopped at the top of the elbow, and he misses the fadeaway. Razic taking his time. He is covered by Shang. Feed underneath. Doesn't work out, but 2 free throws are coming up for Slovenia. It will be Nate Rosnic to do the honors. And Bo-Shin Xiao will have a seat as he has a chat with China assistant coach Nikola Markovic. A big hello to Jason Olvido tuning in on YouTube as Rosnic gets the first one to go. Picks up 8 boards per game, which is good for 7. Slovenia as a unit picks up 42.5 a game. And a lane violation prior to the release. But it looks like they're going to count it. Slovenia still around in this game. There's China, who has the 14-11 lead as we're just under the 3-minute mark in the first. Bae-Young Liu has it. And Liu drives to the lane and will shoot 2 more. So if they notice, Slovenia has to notice at this point that China is going to set some high screens. A moment ago, we saw Yuzhu Chin come off of a strong screen down at the left wing to sprint out and possibly get an open shot. So Slovenia, they have to keep moving around the perimeter. And again, find some answers. They have to have a big man or 2 underneath to stop a fast player like Bae-Young Liu, who has proved in the last couple of minutes that he could sprint to the basket and make you pay. And Liu goes 2 for 2. 16-11. That is the score. Pass up top, nice screen underneath, which leads into a 3. Falls flat. It goes back to China. Now Hanshu 2 will have some minutes to wrap up the first. Hanshu 2 hasn't shot the ball a lot in the tournament, but when he gets to the line, he's effective at 80%. And Liu using too much muscle with Slovenia smothering him. Jakob Shiftar will toss the ball in. Shiftar has yet to score. Shot clock approaching 8, and Shiftar goes. He is stopped in his tracks as he plays it to Slapnich, and it's slapped out of there. And here's Xiao with the muscle, the baby hook. It's no good. Slovenia looking for a strong stop. Get them back into 1 bucket. And they almost had it as the 3 goes in and out. And Slovenia gets a second break at it. And once again, on the game predictor section online, close to 64% of you said Slovenia would win this game. So far, they're trailing by 5. Now Yushin Xiong has checked in. China looking for more speed, so their lineup is a little bit shorter, and they let Loon Yart get the 2 ball. Team China looking to finish the first quarter strong. A lot of footwork now with 5 to shoot. Here's the lob underneath. And that grazes the front of the rim. Slovenia on the move. 3-on-2. Euro step. The reverse. It's no good. Here's a swing pass. Yart off the glass and can't get it. And they still get it back. A lot of hustle and soul here from Slovenia. And that is snatched away. This time Xiong has the move and the bucket. You can count it as a foul. Matter of fact, that's Honshu 2 who went coast to coast with it this time. Slovenia putting Jaka Jovanovic in the game for the last half minute. And here's a free throw to make it a 6-point game. There is a 5-second difference between the shot and game clock. So in the first, Shiftar goes to the center, moves it far away. Shiftar gets it back, goes for the lead pass underneath. The reverse doesn't go, and a shot clock violation for Slovenia gives the ball back to China for the final 5 seconds. Young Lu will pass it, and they put 0.6 of a second back up on the clock. And with 5.6 seconds to go, it's out there 3, and that's going to plinko right between the shot clock and the backboard. So Slovenia with a half a second to go. 19-13 in favor of China. Zeros are showing on the clock, and the light goes off to end the first quarter, but we haven't seen an official signal from the officials. Now, there should be time on the clock because the horn did not go when the ball ricocheted off the bottom of the shot clock and the backboard. It did show 5/10 to go, and now they're going to round it up and give Slovenia at least a second. That is the standard. But so far, Slovenia, they have marched back into this game. They did not score well to start things off, below 30% for both teams. But it's China who's been capitalizing on the fast breaks and at the free throw line too. And that will be all for the first as it grazes off the rim. That would have been a fantastic finish. But nonetheless, China leads 19-13 at the end of one. Top scorer so far, Minghao Shi with 5, 2 of 4 from the field, and Slovenia is being led by Loon Yart, who has 6. We'll be back for the second quarter in just 2 minutes. Loon Yart leading all scorers with 6 points. But it's China who are ahead 19-13 at the end of the first quarter in the 9th place game. Slovenia looking for a 9th place finish in their second appearance in the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. China looking for their best finish in 10 years. Slow start for Slovenia, but I think they have found the way to get their points. They've been staying around in the mid-range, the low post in the last couple of minutes. They start the quarter with the ball. Shiftar out of the triple threat, goes for the right-handed layup, and that's off the mark. And Yuchen Xiong is in the lineup to begin the second. And here's Fei-Yon Liu. Liu getting the room, cuts on the right side. And here's the pull-up, and it's no good for 2. And the reverse shot isn't good. 2 more free throws coming up for Team China. They are 8 for 10 in the first 10 minutes of action. And this time it'll be Guanyu Liu lining up for 2. And he splashes one in without any problems. China over the 20-point mark. And it's good. The most China has scored in a game, 92 points, and they did that yesterday against New Zealand, winning by 13. And the most Slovenia scored was against the Ivory Coast yesterday when they put up 86. Slovenia ball with 9 on the shot clock. A look at Mai Tomsit Vukovic, who's in the lineup for Slovenia. Shiftar moving, firing, and doesn't score. Yuchen Xiong putting the footwork on now. This leads to a pass to 2. And the Euro step and the jimmy is good for Fei-Yon Liu as China is on a nice start. 4 points, 4 unanswered points for China to begin the second quarter. Slovenia taking time as we're in the early moments in the second quarter. China has caused some fits for Slovenia to start the second quarter. They have scored 4 unanswered points. They give them a 10-point lead. Slovenia may have to get back underneath the basket and start scoring from there because they have favored the mid and low range game. Wrap up the first quarter. Not a lot of 3-point attempts from them, and a slide and a shot doesn't work out. So Slovenia on the transition. Corner pocket three off the mark. And the ball is taken back by Team China with the foul coming from half court. This is the 9th place game between Slovenia and China. China ahead 23-13. And here is Liu. As they circle around the basket and gets the floater. It was easy for Yu Chen Sheng. There's the wheelbarrow pass. Slovenia desperately needing a bucket. Loose ball scooped up. Down to 2 on the shot clock. And they have to let it fly. And it hits. It goes down off the desperation heave from Rasic. Luckily, that worked out in his favor. Liu for 3, no good. Rosnic on the rebound. And Peja Rupnic comes charging out of there. Here's the lay, no good. Second chance this time from the big man Rosnic, no good. China from downtown doesn't get that one to drop. Neither does the second chance from Zhao. And here's a go-ahead layup. And one of the players there out of it. And the Slovenian bench unhappy with what's going on, and Tomzic Vucevic called for the foul. Gregor Gornjic going to the scores table and asking for an explanation. So we see a signal for a technical foul. But they'll check the video off of review and see what they decide. And it looks like they're deciding whether if it's a 2 or a 3. It might have to depend on the footing. And you can see the left hand of Matisse Rasic behind the arc. So will they give him a 2 or a 3? And it is a 3-point field goal for Matisse Rasic. And again, that was coming off of a very late shot clock. So Rasic, luckily, he put his head up when he did and just flung one, and it went through. So we have a technical foul on Gregor Gornjic, the head coach of Slovenia. So the technical free throw will be shot by Sheng, who gets it in. And now the 2 shots off of the Tomzic Vucevic foul. No, I'm sorry, that's not even a shooting foul. It was right behind at backcourt. Now Slovenia, they have to play more carefully because they are down to their last foul to give, and we haven't played 4 minutes into the second quarter. So not a good start in the quarter for Slovenia as Sheng and China continues to deliver polished ball movement. And they have done it exceptionally well here in the tournament. Here's the J. and it's no good. It is a 10-point China lead, and quick recovery from Slovenia. Handoff to Pejic Ruchnic, who circles around, and it's a China steal. Overhead pass now to Tu, who is hooked, and an unsportsmanlike foul will give China 2 free throws in the ball. And the wheels are falling apart for Slovenia. First a technical foul to the coach, and now an unsportsmanlike foul. Composure definitely has to be a key the rest of the way. First shot, no good. Second one off the mark. So China, they will still have the ball from the side despite missing the 2 free throws. Again, the unsportsmanlike foul gives you 2 free throws in possession. China has led since the opening tip. And they can expand on it with Jiajia Zhao now in the lineup. Nice move for Liu. Liu thought he had contact, but now Slovenia working on a 3-on-2. The foul and a hard one, which leads into free throws. Slovenia trying to wake up as Pejic Ruchnic is still on the floor. He took a hard tumble attempting the layup. Luckily, he's back up. And there's a lot of unhappy players in the contest right now, as the free throw is good for Yixiaoji Zhang. It's a technical foul, was assessed to the bench. So the technical foul free throw has been made, and now the 2 shots for Alex Pejic Ruchnic, who was fouled by Yixiaoji Zhang. First one is good. Slovenia looking for some energy and a scoring run to get them close before halftime. And a bounce pass intended for Shi glides out of bounds. Slovenia getting a chance here. A Slovenia 3 would put them within 2 buckets. Second team foul for China. Foul committed by Shi. Nice screen, and Pejic Ruchnic circles around, cuts into the left side. Polished ball movement, which leads into an air ball. That was the smoothest passing we have seen from Slovenia here in the 9th place game. However, they could not capitalize. Yushu Shin plays it to Shang. Here is Tu trying to play it to Yao. And he picks it up. He has 3 to shoot. Not a lot of footwork and anywhere to go there. Sheng lets it fly, and it's no good. It'll stay China away with 4:19 to go. Ziyi Sheng will now have some minutes. His tournament high, 17 points against Cameroon. That was a game where China won by 18 to start group play in Group B. The 3, no good. China's missing some shots, which means Slovenia could capitalize. And just like that, Shi picks up the steal. The cradle and the layup off the mark for Sheng. And here's the entry pass underneath for 2. Earlier I said Slovenia needed a run, and this could be the start of it as Max Anderlich gets the layup to go off of the nice dime from Shiftar. China takes a timeout with 3:54 remaining in the half. It's China 27, Slovenia 20. Slovenia slowly getting into a scoring run as they're behind by 7. Trying to get back into the ball game after an aggressive second quarter. They could add more to the damage with their possession coming up. It is a 4-0 run for Slovenia in the last minute and change. This time, Ziyi Sheng is called for the foul underneath, which means China is also out of fouls to give for the rest of the half. Now Chunxi Zhang has returned for China. Ejek Ruknic to play it. Underneath for Yart. As Yart says yes. Moon Yart was the leading scorer for Slovenia at 1 point, and he has those honors again as he picks up 8. High arcing shot, it goes! The rainbow on connection. This time for Shin. Slovenia called for traveling. A 7-point game, low-scoring affair so far. In the first quarter, China led 19-13. The line score, it is 10-9 in favor of China in this quarter alone, and great pressure from Slovenia again. And the pressure was caused by Anderlich. Slovenia made it to the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup this year by winning bronze at the U16 Eurobasket a year ago, defeating Italy. And after 15 appearances in the Eurobasket, Slovenia finally got over the hump with their first ever medal. And there's one of the players that helped them out along the way, Nate Rosnic, who picked up 11 points per game in that tournament. It's back to his 2-score game. Less than 2:30 to play here in the opening half in the 9th place game. From Turkey, Yu Shin locates Shi. He has 2 to shoot. It's back over to Chin. No good on the 3. Screen coming up from Shang. Here's a 3 from the corner from Shang. Yes, Yi Zhaoji Cheng ringing it up to make it 32-24. Slovenia lickety split on the layup, and it's no good. Wasn't going to count anyway because of some activity underneath the rim. Tip-in jam was attempted, but because they hung on to the rim and had contact with it, wasn't going to go. Two free throws for Jakub Shiftar, the leading scorer for Slovenia, close to 18 points per game. And he hasn't fared well. 1 from 5 for the field for a total of 2 points with 3 rebounds and an assist to his name. He goes 1 for 2 to cut it to 7. Will Slovenia force an 8-second count? That's what they were asking for, I'm assuming. Because the pressure was pretty good. It was unfortunate for Loon Yart, who picks up the foul. Both teams out of fouls to give, which means free throws on every whistle from here on out. And Yushu Chen at the line to shoot too. And he gets that one easily. Chen, a perfect 4 for 4 at the moment. Played exactly 12 minutes here in the game, plus 3 for the day. And picks up 7 points, with the majority of them coming from the stripe. Full court pressure applied by China. Will Slovenia break it? They do now, but the half court pressure is suffering. And a 3 is good. Loon Yart picking his spots, calling the shots, and making them drop. And too strong of a screen from Zhao leads into a turnover. That means Slovenia could still be within reach. Any bucket will make this a 2-possession game again. Shooting-wise, China's shooting 28%. Slovenia slightly better than them at 33%. Slovenia, they're sharing the ball. They have 6 assists. And they're leading on points off of turnovers. 8 points off of 7 of them. With 70 seconds to go, China 34, Slovenia 27. And nice banker. The banker is good for Loon Yart, who picks up 5 consecutive points. And guess what? That's the difference. China having difficulty. It swung right back outside. Shot clock approaching 8. The swing pass to Liu, who takes the 3 and makes it. It's the first time we've seen some act of desperation from China, but they were able to capitalize on it. And here's the pull-up from Pejic Rupnic. China with one more trip with the clock at 10. Liu in the lane, searching for somebody. Xiong with 2 and hits. And Zhang is able to cap off what was an interesting second quarter. Matter of fact, it's a timeout called by Slovenia with 6/10 to go. They will have the ball, but they're going to have to catch and shoot right away when we come back. Slovenia dealing with a second to go in the second quarter. They called a timeout with the jumper going for China. They have a 39-31 lead, and they put some more time back on the clock, so it looks like 1.4. Here's the baseball pass, and it doesn't go anywhere but out, and it's out of time here in the first half with China taking a 39-31 lead into the clubhouse. Top scorers so far, China has Liu and Zhang leading with 9. Slovenia with Loon Yart with 12 points. He's the only player in double-digit figures out of the two teams. A rebounding game, just a 1 rebound difference with China leading 22-21. Field goal-wise, Slovenia winning that battle 38-32%. We'll take a step aside for a break, and we'll be back with more action. The second half is coming up in about 14 minutes on the FIBA YouTube channel, the home of the U17 Basketball World Cup.
Says give it to me. I'll go attacks to close out. Feed Bruno inside. Fills it up. It's all right. Bumte slaps it on home. Come in, boy. Come in, son. Bumte gets the ball into play. Oh, what a beautiful block that is. Costa Rica. The dribble to the rim, Wella! Bonjour, ça va?
The way France have started is doing a great job against this crowd.
Could have been blown well out the water by this point. Bumte. Oh, beautiful pass round the back from Beckham Black. Akua takes up. The crocodile says snap. And Akua jams it on the US defense. Oh my goodness! Silencing things here in the arena. Nikola Kustrica.
Williams, Young, Collins here. They've done such a good job on the defensive end.
Oh! Body to body, chest to chest. That was absolutely filthy from Montgomery. Stuck it all over the defender. Kutlai kicks it. Homer Sheik steps it back. The three. Sheik. Homer Sheik. Say Sheik. Live in France like a Sheik kebab.
A lot of good possessions for Australia that the Americans still.
Oh my goodness! CJ Rossa with an absolutely stunning play. Puts his defender through the mincer.
Goes coast to coast for the and one opportunity.
says, give it to me.
Chicago attacks to close out. Feet Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness, get out of here.
Attack corner Bogby and Bruno.
And then you've got this woman here, Asia. And what a finish.
Didn't overplay as well. Players without playing one-on man.
Because she's excited with passion. 4 rebounds, 6 assists.
Roberts, you gotta love it.
Buckets at the buzzer.
And these fans in Kobe, they love it. They absolutely love seeing.
Brian is there. He's ready. He's ready. And for a moment, I didn't think the pass was going to come from Goodnight. Bunte slaps it on home. Come in, boy. Come in, son.
Bunte gets the ball into play.
Oh, what a beautiful block that is. Costa Rica. Off the dribble to the rim. Wella. Bonjour. Sava.
The way France have started is doing a great job against this crowd.
Could have been blown well out of the water by this point. Bunte.
Oh, beautiful pass round the back from Beckham Black. Kua takes off. The crocodile says snap. And Akua jams it on the U.S. defense. Oh my goodness! Silencing things here in the arena. Nikola Kustrica.
Williams, Young, Collins here. They've done such a good job on the defensive end.
Ah! Body to body, chest to chest. That was absolutely filthy from Montgomery. Stuck it all over the defender. Kutlai kicks it. Homer Sheik steps it back. The three. Sheik. Homer Sheik. Say Sheik. Living fast like a Sheik kebab.
A lot of good possessions for Australia that the Americans still.
Oh my goodness! CJ Rossa with an absolutely stunning play. Puts his defender through the mincer.
Caitlin Clark gets to the passing lane, goes coast to coast for the and one opportunity.
You're watching the 9th place game of the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup from Istanbul, Turkey. It is China who is ahead, but we have 20 more minutes to go in this one. And we welcome those who just watched Australia take home the bronze medal over Turkey. Australia getting their first medal and podium finish since claiming silver in the 2012 and 2014 FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. So congratulations to the Crocs as they get their first medal in more than 10 years. I'm Aaron Sanders, and you're tuned in to China and Slovenia in the 9th place game. China has led since the opening tap, and they have an 8-point lead, 39-31. And they're being led throughout the way with a good balance of scoring from Faiyan Liu and Yi Zhaoji Zheng with 9 apiece. Slovenia looking to come back with Loon Yart leading the way with 12. And then the gold medal game between United States and Serbia is coming up next. In about an hour time, Greg Fada and Justin Taylor will have the commentary for that. Final day of competition, and then next weekend it will be the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup from Czechia. Glad to say that I will be on the call for a handful of those games, and we hope you're able to join us then, as you have joined us throughout the week. China has been able to capitalize at the free throw line. They've have drawn fouls, but there are some Slovenia fouls which led into unsportsmanlike and technical fouls. And that's how China has been able to keep this game out of reach. One thing Slovenia has been doing pretty well is keeping their shots around in the mid-range game. Yes, they've chucked up some three-pointers, but they've adjusted to it real quick. And just like that, it's a turnover. Liu on the steal, and he draws contact. In a game close like this one, it could come down to free throws, in which so far Slovenia is shooting above 80%. China's shooting 77%. This is China's 7th appearance out of a possible 8 here in the U17s. They've only missed the 2022 tournament in Spain. Liu goes in and out on the shot, and he is checked. And here's the pull-up J coming from Shunji Zhang near the end of the second quarter. A minute has gone by in the second half. And we remain scoreless in the third. First free throw bounces out for Faiyan Liu, who's had a couple of nifty buckets to start things off. Liu with 9 points, 2 of 4 from the foul line, make that 3 of 5, a total of 60%. And it's 40-31. Slovenia desperately looking for an opening, and Peja Rukjes is open, but he didn't get the rock. It's taken back by Liu. And here is Liu on the run. Yes! China's fast break game has been exceptionally well here in this 9th place game. Quest for 9th place. If China wins, it'll be their best finish in 10 years. With Slovenia's win, they will finish within the top 9 for the 2nd straight appearance in a row. They last played 4 years ago. Splish splash cash for 3 from Slapnic. Slapnic usually shoots below 40% from the field. And that has to boost his spirits a little bit. Reset by Yao. Shang driving, goes for the right hand, and it's off the mark. Down low, nothing there. Again, we're welcoming those who have tuned in to watch Australia take a bronze medal, their first medal since 2014 when they fell to the United States of America in the U17 gold medal game. Those were back-to-back trips to the final. And Australia back to the podium after defeating Turkey, the host nation. And coming up in less than an hour will be the final between USA and Serbia. USA looking for their 8th straight gold medal. The chase for 8 is what they're looking after in less than an hour. Here's the J from Liu, it's off the front. Slapnic plays it down. Catch and shoot 3 is good. And Slovenia could slowly and surely get back into this one, and it's because of Slapnic. Slapnic taking charge at the start of the third. A 2-score game. This time Shang has it, goes for the overhead pass, with Shang getting fouled. Shiftar trying to cut off the pass. The difference is 5 in the 9th place game. Jin goes around the screen, pulls up for 3, and gets it. China beginning to ring it up from downtown as the 3-point percentage improves to 30. And once again, China has led for 21 minutes of this game. They've only trailed on the opening minute. There's some action away from the ball, which elicits a whistle. Foul this time coming from Yi Zhaoji Shang. He heads to the bench, and Jianzhu Liu checks in his place. Quick catch and release is good off of the inbound pass. And that's how Slovenia is looking to march back in. They are stuck by 5 as we played 4 minutes in the third. Liu getting close and can't drain it from the top of the elbow. A quick drive and shot is good for Slovenia again. Loon Yart continuing to take control of the game. He has 16 off of that go-ahead bunny. A 4-point lead for China. It is 45-41, but it's Slovenia who is outscoring China to start the third, 10-6.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness, get out of here.
Attack corner pocket.
Ninth place is on the line, and it's been a close one. China leads 45-41 with under 6 minutes to go. Once again, China did not fare well in group play. They lost to France in the round of 16 on Wednesday, but pulled up 2 class victories against Venezuela and New Zealand to punch their ticket here. 2 straight wins for Slovenia in class play after dropping 4 in a row, which includes group play and the loss to Slovenia. Or my mistake, they lost in the round of 16, but they picked up victories against Italy and the Ivory Coast. Italy, incidentally, were the silver medalists 2 years ago to the United States. Slovenia engaging their second ever trip in U17 competition. They won the bronze in the U16 Eurobasket after 15 appearances in the tournament overall, and they finally got a medal. They placed bronze after defeating Italy, believe it or not. So they beat them twice in a span of a couple of years and major tournaments too. Defeated Italy by 6 in the classification game back on Friday, which was a huge win for them, and a backcourt violation is called. Once again, if you're just tuning in late, Australia are your bronze medalists after defeating Turkey, the host team. Their first medal since 2014, where they ended up with a silver medal in the final against USA in 2012 and 2014. So it's been 12 years since they reached the podium. Huge rejection underneath, but it ends up with Zhao flushing it down. Zhao with a two-handed jam makes it 47-41. And China has numbers. The steal from Zhang, who sends it underneath to Liu, who gets fouled. And back to the line is Zhu. First one is easy for him. 71% foul shooter. China as a unit, 74% in the tournament. Today, they are 75% at the line. And it continues. It's 49-41. Things have been going China's way. They lead in second chance points, fast break points, and points off of turnovers. Slovenia's looking to catch up. The layup is no good. The basket won't go. And Rosnich is saying, "Oh, rats. I wish it went in." Because effort like that will help them every time. Good positioning. And it's hard to miss when you're right under the basket. First one spins out for patient Rupnic. 8.8 points per game. He only has 4, along with 4 assists. Second one goes in. The ball goes straight to Zhang, who goes to Liu. And the ball movement of China continues to amaze. However, the 3 from Zhang is a no-go. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Catch and shoot 3 is off the mark for Slovenia. The rebound underneath leads to some foul shots. Free throws continue to pile up for Slovenia. They are 6 for 8. Make that 6 for 9. Off of the miss. Nate Rosnic, 6 rebounds and 4 points. 7th best rebounder in the game. And the whistle is called. The basket will count. There's a violation on China, so the free throw stands. It remains a 2-score game. The largest lead was 12, and that came from China. That's just half of it now. Xiong locates Shane. And it's back over with 3:25 to play in the third. Pejic Rupnic to the hole and scores. Will Slovenia get a stop here? Both teams out of fouls. A good one so far. Xiong has the rock, has the fake. Sends it down. It's off the mark for Shi. Slovenia looking to cut it to 2 for the first time since the start of the second. And the teardrop doesn't go, but it leads to free throws for Shiftar. Shiftar was met by Chunji Xiong, who leaned his body to stop the shot. He bit on the fake, looked to make up for it. Two shots, this to put Slovenia within 2. The first one goes down for Shiftar. Shiftar's tournament high, 31 points against Puerto Rico. That was back last Saturday. But it's up and in, 49-47. Slovenia outscoring China 16-10 to start the second half. Three ball, too strong. And the rebound is pulled down. Slovenia retreats to the other side. Nice screen, and the clock rolls on. Pejic Rupnic has it. Circles around to the right side, he is stopped. 3 on the shot clock, the go-ahead shot goes in and out. Ball goes to Liu, who gives it up immediately. Liu for 3. Rebound by Rosnic. The 3 to put them ahead, no. And a lot of slapping at the ball, but China ends up with the rock. The gliding layup is good for Shi. Another coast-to-coast layup to make it a 4-point game again. Ooh, the crowd's coming into it. Here's the lead pass underneath, and it's good to make it 51-49. Liu New York, the leading scorer for today, makes it 18. His tournament high was 20 against Puerto Rico to start group play. Here's the drive, the shot, and it's good. Jianyu Liu making sure China continues to expand the lead. 2-for-1 opportunity coming up for Slovenia. Big man against big man. Fadeaway jumper doesn't go, but the second chance does. They call glass. China looking to wrap up the third quarter on a high note. They have seen their lead disappear from 12 now to 2. Here is Shi with 1. And it's no good to wrap it up. Slovenia making it a ball game. They are only down 53-51, and Loon Yard is helping them back in with 18. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a moment. Slovenia dominated the third quarter, putting up 20 against China and limited them to only 14. Their low-scoring quarter in the ninth place game, and it's a close one, 53-51. It's China who has the lead, and they're being led by Zhang, who has 12 points. I'm Aaron Sanders. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. When this is over, we'll send you over to the final. USA versus Serbia with Justin Taylor and Craig Fada calling the action for you on YouTube. And we understand that there are some of you around the world that won't be able to get the game on YouTube due to broadcast rights. So we invite you to tune into the chat party if you're unable to tune into the live stream. But here in Turkey, it is a tie ball game with Slovenia marching back with a vengeance. China has seen their lead disappear. Here's the tray from Liu. No. Big rebound this time. Slovenia looking for their first lead since the first minute. They are stepping up. Janovic into the game. Here's the spin. Here's the shot. Doesn't go. Second chance on the way. It's good. And Slovenia coming right back, courtesy of Nate Piernat. So it was Anderlich who tied it up. But now Piernat has given Slovenia a 55-53 lead. We start the fourth quarter, and an unsportsmanlike foul to give China the lead back. That is the second unsportsmanlike foul we have seen in the game. Slovenia had to deal with a couple of technical fouls, one on the bench and one on their coach. The unsportsmanlike foul was committed by Mas Anderlich. Liu misses the first of two. Liu today matches his jersey number with 12 points. 4 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 at the line. He splits the pair to put China within 1. China going deep into their bench with Ziyi Sheng returning to the lineup. Here is Sheng. Sheng putting the moves underneath to the basket, and he got it. Sheng with the resiliency to give China the lead again. Loose ball on the floor, retained. Slovenia going downstairs for a met by the double team and scores anyway. That was Loon Yard, who now has 20. Tying his tournament best when he got it against Puerto Rico last Saturday. Here is Sean from outside, way off. Will Slovenia bounce back and end up in 10th place to wrap up their second ever trip to U17? The 3 doesn't fall. Against Slovenia, their first appearance was back in 2022, where they lost to France in the quarterfinal and ended up in 7th place. China looking for their best finish since placing 10th back 10 years ago. They have placed 7th 3 consecutive times, from the first U17 World Cup in 2010 to the next one in 2012 and 2014. Here's the pass, and it's taken away. Great use of hands on that trip. 3-ball, corner, no good. Huge rebound from Jovanovic. Slapnich has 7 to shoot. Plays it down low, and it's Peja Group. Nick with an offensive foul being called. Oh yeah, got the hand right above his head. Slovenia with the slimmest of all possible leads. It is China who has the ball with 7:10 to go. China sharing the ball real quick, and it will go to Slovenia. 1 pass too many for China. And despite them being down by 1, you would have to think they have the advantage. They led for most of the game, and look at the foul counts. Slovenia has only 1 to give, and China, they have a fresh slate of fouls to use if they need it. Right now we have a review. And as they review it, we're going to have a look. Looks like they're indicating who touched the ball last. So it went off the heel of Liu. And his right hand was very close to the ball, but we know it did connect with Liu's heel as he was taken down to the ground. Now this could be the angle that could help out, but it looks like it just went past the hand of Jaka Jovanovic. Because from the other angle, it looked like it just cleared it. And there was no contact at all. And as his left hand swayed away, didn't look like it got any contact on it at all. So it could be Slovenia ball. And the call stands. Ninth place on the line. Slovenia ahead by 1. We played 3 minutes into the 4th. Vukovic in for Slovenia. Late in the shot clock. He gets inside and he has no choice but to put it up. No good. Second chance is good, however. You could count that baby in a foul. Stronger finishes for Slovenia, courtesy of Loon Yart, who now has a tournament high of 22. Will he make it 23? We'll find out in just a few seconds. Loon Yart was also part of an All-Star 5 team for the Eurobasket in U16 play a year ago. Ended up with 15 points per game, 10th in that tournament, 6 rebounds per game, 27 points in the bronze medal game against Italy, in which they won for the right to play in this year's tournament. And he is clicking on all cylinders. Down low, the finger roll is up and in. As Yixiao Shan continues to keep China within scoring distance. China with a lot of fouls to give. They have 3. Slovenia has to play carefully. They're down to their last foul to give. And Yu Shu Shen uses one of those fouls. 1,600 of you tuning in. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We already have Coco and Ollie tuning in from Kingsville. Happy birthday to Ollie, by the way. I have a feeling Ollie's going to enjoy his birthday. Jakob Shiftar throws the ball in. Here's the pull-up tray. Joljanovic off the mark. The final between Serbia and USA will get underway in 13 minutes on the FIBA YouTube channel. Justin Taylor and Craig Fata will call the championship game. We've already seen Australia ending up with a bronze medal, their first medal in 12 years. And an offensive foul is committed, which is Heartbreak City for Chen, who had a clean look from outside. A big thank you to Jason Oviedo for the kind words. And thank you for staying up late. I understand it's past 12:30 in the morning over there. So happy Monday to you. And believe me, you're going to be in the great hands of Justin Taylor and Craig Fata for Serbia and USA. They're going to call the action. And they do it well. Here's the 3 from downtown. Yes, you better believe it. Slovenia back with a vengeance with Slatnić triple. Here is Chin, who saw his 3 get waved off because of an offensive foul on the last trip. Both teams down to their last foul to give. Here is Chin. He floats it up and gets it in. This game is far from over, folks. Siftar. Not a good scoring performance from him, but he's trying to work well off the ball. The handoff to Pejic Rupnic. He has forced China to use their last foul. Now they're over the limit the rest of the way. And Shiftar immediately to Pejic Rupnic. Pejic Rupnic goes behind. 5 to shoot. Down to 3, loose ball on the floor, and it's secured. Secured by China. 2-on-2 coming up. And the foul on the attempt. Joljanovic did all he can to commit on the play. Just too much hand on there. That would have been the block of the game China could cut it to as few as one. With a pair coming up for Shang. First one up, first one good. Xiang now with 12 points in 20 minutes of action. He is now 5 of 6 in free throws, 40% in shooting, and he doubles up to make it 63-62. Slovenia still ahead with 4:24 to go. This is the last classification game in the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup this year. And next time this event will take place will be 2 years from now from Greece. The home of Giannis Antetokounmpo, which many of you know by now, is now a Miami Heat after so many years with the Bucks taking the championship in 2021. We're looking forward to that, and hopefully, I'll be back for that tournament. Because it's been a pleasure to do this one too, but it's not over for me. I'll be back calling the action for the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup in less than a week. And that will take place in Czechia. China, meanwhile, looking for 9th place and a bounce back into this game. They led for most of the way. Shang on the drive, spins, fires, doesn't score. He fell flat. Used too much of his power to outwit Slovenia. Here's the fake, the spin, and the bucket. Shazam for Shifta. As Slovenia picks up their largest lead in the game, will take a timeout. Slovenia has been on a tear since coming out of the locker room for halftime. They have outscored China 29-19. After being down by as many as 12, they are now up by 5, their largest lead in the 9th place contest. Stick around after this game. We'll send you over to the gold medal game between USA and Serbia with Justin Taylor and Craig Fada on the call. First, we need to decide who will be 9th and who will place 10th. Approaching the 3:30 mark in regulation. Here is Chen. Chen, no screen from Shang. He gets the ball anyway. Xiang, down deep for 2. Yes. China not giving up, especially Xiang. That's only his 2nd field goal tonight. Three-point lead for Slovenia as they make it 5 again. Liu, a little bit of some trouble there. He gets bailed out by Xiang, who looks for another 3, and he can't get it. Slovenia looking to wrap up their 2nd ever trip in the tournament with a 10th place finish. They ended up in 7th 4 years ago. Slovenia will call for time with under 2:30 to go. A 5-point lead for Slovenia. They are bouncing back, but so is China. We haven't seen any fast break opportunities from China here in the fourth quarter. They have capitalized in the transition game with 15 points. Slovenia with a lone bucket. Even though it's Slovenia with the lead, they have played sloppily in the last couple of minutes. China taken out of their element. They play with speed, and they have a handful of fast break points. They have not capitalized defensively down that route in the last few minutes. Zhang misses a three and is pulled down by Rusnik. Two minutes to go in the 9th place contest. Nice screen up top. 4 on the clock as it goes behind the back and off the foot of somebody. Nonetheless, 4-on-2 coming up for China. Zhang is fouled immediately. China returns to the line with 2 free throws to their name. Slovenia did not want to give up an easy 2 points, and now they're going to review whether if it's an unsportsmanlike foul or a common foul. And they will review it. The original ruling is an unsportsmanlike foul on Nick Slepnic. They're going to see if there's any intent for it being an unnecessary foul on the breakaway. And China was this close for getting their first fast break points in quite some time. So here's the breakaway. First, the 4-on-2 from China. And Slepnic got a hold of the hip. So now we see both views of it. First underneath the basket. And from there, it looks like he was just trying to bear hug Zhang with no intent. He wasn't trying to put him down on the floor viciously. It looked like a common stop. Prevent him from scoring 2 points. The officials make it official, an unsportsmanlike foul, which means China will get the ball after they take 2 shots. Chunji Zhang will do the honors. This way, if China could get their 3-point game going and make these 2 free throws, a 5-point turnaround, which would be huge. The first one easily goes in for Zhang, a 75% foul shooter in the tournament. Zhang's second one is on the way. And it's good. Hasn't scored much today, but he scored very important free throws to give him 6 points for the day. Averages 11.5 points per game. And hit some big free throws for China as they have the rock. Jin lobs it underneath. Layup no good. The tip-in is, however, Bo Shin Zhao standing tall. It's now a 1-point game. 90 seconds to play in the 9th place game. Underneath, the lob to the big man, yes. That was quick and that was immediate. Loon Yart, the top scorer, with a total of 25. Jin circles around. It's up to Shang, who pulls up for 3, and he gets it down. 71 all. And again, I was talking about that turnaround, and it worked out in China's favor. The final minute in regulation. Buckle up. The 3 ball is no good. The putback leads into a foul, and it's going to go on Zhao, who ended up with a monstrous tip-in to level the playing field a little bit. And that is Zhao's 5th foul. He is out of the game. A huge loss for China, and it was because of him. The game is tied. Loon Yart gathers himself for the first free throw, and it's no good. In his place, Jiazi Yao for China. Jiazi Yao now in after Zhao has fouled out. (72-71) with 45 seconds to play. Shang pulls up for 3. No good. Slovenia up by 1. A 2-for-1 opportunity coming up for Slovenia. They want to put this game to bed. Good ball movement. There's 4 to shoot. Backing down. Here's Peja Krupnik's at the horn. Got it! After being down by 12 at one point, Slovenia has taken control of the game with a desperation heave. And they're up by 4 with 13 seconds to play. You're looking at both teams that respond pretty well to pressure and desperation. And on the last play, we saw Alex Peja-Krupnik connect on a 3 with a second to go on the shot clock. That was his first 3 of the game. He has a total of 12 points. Loon Yart leads the way with 26 points. He is a rebound away from a double-double. In the meantime, China is being led so far by Yixiaoxi Zheng, who has 18 points. Again, the story, Bo Shin Zhao has fouled out, so they lose one of their bigs, and in his place is Jiazi Yao. 13.5 seconds to play. China will have to play off of that desperation and hope that they can get back on the other side. There's the 3, and it's off the mark. 2 free throws are on the way. Slovenia could cap off this contest in a 9th place finish with these free throws on the way. Slovenia bounced back. They were down by as many as 12. That happened early in the second quarter. And before the fourth quarter, they led for the opening minute of the game. And Loon Yart, who else to put this game to bed? He's looking for 28. He already has his tournament high. And what a way to wrap things up. Second one rattles out of there. China immediately rushes to the floor. Quick three from Shang. Too strong. The buzzer goes, and that's the ball game. Slovenia surges through, and they win to take 9th place. 76-71 is the final. And they did it all behind Loon Yart's 27 points, 10 rebounds. He got a double-double late in the game. Slovenia, they hung in there. And with that, they outscored China 45-32 in the second half. They outscored them 25-18 in the fourth quarter. China, they were led once again by Yi Zhaozi Sheng, who ended up with 18 points. Fei Yan Lu had 13 points. He did most of his damage in the first half. Yu Shu Cheng, same with him. He ended up with 12. Those were the only players that were in double-digit figures for China. Slovenia ended up shooting close to 50% from the field to wrap it all up. Both of these teams shooting beyond their averages at the foul line. But 9th place belongs to Slovenia as they wrap up their second ever trip to the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. China will end up in 10th place for the second time in their 7 appearances in this tournament. And the last time they ended up in 10th place was 10 years ago, back in 2016. We hope you enjoyed this contest, and I've enjoyed calling the action for you throughout the entire tournament. I'll see you again in less than a week for the FIBA U17 Women's Basketball World Cup in Czechia. But right now, we'll send you over to the gold medal game between USA and Serbia with Craig Fada and Justin Taylor on the call. It's been a privilege to call this for you. Thank you for tuning in throughout the entire weekend and for the week that expanded to it. And thank you to the folks behind FIBA behind it. And thank you to our viewers. That means you all around the world for tuning in to it. It's been a pleasure. It's been a privilege. And most indeed, an honor. Now for our commentators throughout the tournament, for Michael Cerrone, Jacinda Govin, Glenn Larmer, John Gross, for Caroline Bullock and Eric, and the entire FIBA crew behind the scenes. Remember, there are plenty of good sports out there, so you be one too. We'll talk again in the FIBA U17 Women's World Cup starting on Saturday. Now, this be Aaron Sanders saying so long and watching the classification stages here in the FIBA U17 Basketball World Cup. It is so long for now.